All right, I've changed the way the camera mount works. I flipped the thing over and rewired it, so hopefully the angles are good. Welcome to Winner Fetish. I'm your host, Eos Pantera. That wallpaper available in the wallpaper horde. And these are a set of blondes. Blonde. WGZBLONs, but blondes. And they are, in the wordest of words, fucking weird. Like, these kind of, if you have, what's that thing where you're afraid of holes? Like trypanosis, tryptophobia? These are not going to help you. These are unhealthy. And I looked at them, and I'm like, okay, they're blondes. They're usually not expensive. But look at that. Isn't there like a $2,000 set of IEMs that's like this? Isn't it like a unique melody? One that's like a mesh? Like, that's the weirdest shit. So you've got your plug here, and then you've got an internal metal structure which causes the dynamic diaphragm there, and then it's got like little like gold here. I had to polish these. These have been on my wall for so long I had to polish them. They tarnished in the time they were sitting here, and then I look them up and they're $80, and I'm like, that's actually pretty expensive for a blonde IM. They came with this cable, which is just, everybody knows blonde usually has pretty shit cables. At least this was straight up a 2-pin and not a QDC. But it's got a little like single wire with a little 2-wire twist to a 3.5. And I'm like, you know what? These feel special. And I'm a respecter of blondes. I have a collab with them. If you haven't seen the JoJos, they're $50. They kick the ass of these. These are getting a very revealing, get it? Revealing wallpaper. Revealing. We're seeing all the reveal inside of here. But they're not very good. They are absolutely fucking amazing to look at. Like, and they're odd in that, look where the wire's coming in. And normally that would be where the wire comes in, and then you'd have it just like, it's just a weird placement of this, to do this. I've got the, like, you know, let's change tips, because I've only tried the Duno SS's on there. We're going to put a set of my collabs. They don't stick out very far. You can see that. But because of the wire, you can sort of like, this is inside of my body more than I like most IEMs to be inside my body. Just saying that. Even with the Purple Asylum cable, which this is like a $360 collab cable, you probably don't need it. People are like yelling at me, like, "Oh, see us, you know, it used to be about saving money," but this is just my merch. Like, if you want to support the channel and you want to give me like $40, buy this $360 cable. I only make like $40 on that, by the way. But it's a really nice cable with my beautiful purple on it. And if you have an 8-ohm IM, there's a good chance this will work for that. And, you know, this is kind of just a joke. I do things as like a joke. Sometimes it's a joke. Like, I'm not telling anyone that the Purple Asylum cable is better than their regular cable. It only works good if you have like super crazy sensitive IMs that you need something better than a stock shitty cable for. Then you could look into it. Anyway. Let's get off of Thomas Dolby's Hyperactive. Put on some Love and Spoonful. Super sensitive, by the way. As you can see, the chamber in it is like that is so small. Like, the actual chamber with the die, I think it's a 10 millimeter. Yeah, it says 10 millimeter. It's high performing and affordable. 10 millimeter lightweight diaphragm. Irregular open work shell with an ergonomic. You know what is really comfortable? As much as I'm shitting on like how this is going in and out, it fits great. You can apparently get it with a mic, and you could also, instead of getting it in this color, which you can see it real good there, you get it in brown, which is less good. It looks like something like some sort of alien goo in your head that's gonna take over your body. Yeah, $80. So it has its moments where I'm like, oh, you know what? Because it's a blonde. Every blonde, the BLO3s are like $30 and amazing. The BLO5S are like $45 and amazing. My JoJos are like $50 and amazing. I figured an $80 you'd get up, and it's like they lose their mind. Blonde makes things so cheap, so affordable, and so good that when you give them like a budget double the BLO5, they just lose their shit, and they're like, well, what if we made it like a real weird metal shell that, like, I don't even know how the fuck they make it. Like, is it 3D printed? Because you ain't machining it. It's very strange. Are they synthering it? Like, is there like, did they get like a $3 million synthering machine that like 3D prints metal? And to do this with it? Like, I don't understand. So they went nuts, and they kind of forgot to make it sound like good. It's an acceptable sounding IEM. It's just acceptable though. It's got some weird closed sounds, like it's closed in. It's not as open and spacious as other blondes, probably because they're cramming it into this weird fucking chassis. Like right now, this Turin Break song, the guy's strumming on an acoustic guitar, and it sounds great. The strumming is right in my ear. I had a couple and put on my bass tracks for a second. Yeah, like bass tracks are just light. They're hitting light. It's there, but it's not a lot. It sounds dulled out. Normally I'm used to blondes having like this weird, wild, creamy soundstage, and it's like 50% as good as I know they could do. I know they could do better. That's why I never hear about these. That's why when you go, and this has been on my, keep in mind, Linsoul sent me this probably a year plus ago, maybe even a year and a half ago. It's got 5 reviews on Linsoul. 5 good reviews, but just 5. Love the look, needs to be returned. Awesome fit and style, sound could be better. Better bass, treble is off. Exactly. Laid back and bassy, I could accept that. Everyone, those are the only 2 4-stars. This is another great one. I can't give it a full recommendation if you're buying an IEM for sound. But holy fuck, if you're a collector and you want the weirdest looking, like, it's just wild looking. It's just, like, why would you do this? Like, I understood when that really expensive Unique Melody came out, and it was like a mesh, and it was like, we're going to charge like $2,000 for this. Then Blonde was like, oh, really? You bitch? Do they fold it around? Like, it seems too accurate. Like, the only way I don't know how you'd make this was like building that and then folding another piece around it. Because it's got some weird machining marks on it, but that could be like 3. I don't know. I don't fucking know. It's one of the most unique IEMs that's ever existed on planet fucking Earth, which is where I live, in case you're looking for me. I am on Earth. I love it when we think about, oh, things are made in China, things are made in Taiwan, oh, things made in France. Wait till the aliens come. We're going to be lucky to have shit made on Earth. Yeah, it's sad. I pulled out my beautiful cable for, not for nothing. It completes the look. If I put these on a display case and I said, these are $2,400, you know what? I fucking believe you. I'd fucking believe you. Roger Whittaker, When Irish Eyes Are Smiling. Would I sell these in a yard sale? Because every month I sell a bunch of stuff in the yard sale. And I'm going to start putting a bunch of my IEM collection in the private behind-the-scenes Telegram swap meet. That is for $10 patrons. Because I want to sell like 50 IEMs. And I could do that 2 or 3 at a time every month. Or I could put 10 at a time in the swap meet and see what sells. So if you want to get a hold of some of my collection, because it's just, the IEMs are never ending. You please join my $10 tier, and then you can go look in the swap meet. I wish these were just. I'm glad. You know what? I'm kind of glad because I waited so fucking long to review them that if they were fucking spectacular, and they're on the last like 2 months they'll ever be in stock. Which, by the way, spoilers, it's coming up. My Z12, my original, not the red and blue ones, but the black and gold ones. These are being retired, the Let Shores. They're being sunsetted. There's like 100 pairs left. I was told there's 100 pairs left, and once they sell out, they're done. Because they're my first collab. This is the original blue. Actually, this is the backwards set. This is a left one that's red, which is why Shinobu holds it. I'm sure that makes it worth. They'll be worth more once they stop selling them. So, of all my collabs, that's the first one, and it's the first one to die. Besides the fucking Dunu SA6 Ultras. Anyway, I'm done. You're done. These guys are done. Oh, by the way, they're called the BLA8 Prometheus, which is to give you the best possible music experience. It's not the best possible music experience. I tried. But, yeah, Wallpaper Horde. They're so fucking unique. And they're not terrible. Like, if you gifted these to somebody and they didn't know any better, they'd probably enjoy the hell out of them. And they'd be super unique. I can't shit on a blonde that looks like this. Even if the sound is just mediocre, like the fact that it makes sound at all and isn't just a prop in a movie is kind of wild. So I'm going to pop these off here. I'll lower that before I blow something up. Pop these off of here. I'll take my tips off. Pretty big nozzles there too, like brass, bronze nozzles. I got to take the thumbnail picture. Thumbnail picture for this is going to be wild. Like, how do you fucking even? Anyway, I'm done. Patreon, subscribe to support this channel. Wallpaper in the Horde. If this Decimat exists still, I will link to it because this is one of my favorite shows. Girls Last Tour. Go watch that show. Watch it in its entirety. And tell me what that show means to you, because it has meaning. Anyway, I'm done. You're done. We're done. Moving on to more normal fare soon.